recording. Record button. Hello, hello. Test microphone. Excellente.
Hear you quite clearly.
What are you? It's not Batman. That's Optimus Prime.
That is correct.
Because Batman is more of this. Where are the other drugs going? Rachel!
Before
Rachel!
time began,
Rachel!
there
Why did you say that
was...
name? Okay. Is there a specific place that you can spawn, or?
Yeah, the tavern.
Okay. Gotcha.
By the way, I'm like pretty sure. So the rooms, the way they're ordered there, is like so when you go, like, you're basically facing them. So 3 is like the one that's on the left, the furthest on the right.
Okay. Let me see.
The is on the only on the left.
I see. Well, I don't know, because the thing is that I would start in one place, but then I would go for my training that day, which would be...
I have the cube.
Oh my god, that looks so cute. Is that thing holding the giant thing in its mouth? Aww.
There's a screenshot somewhere in the Discord of this little dragon with a knife in its mouth.
It's pretty good.
By God, the small thing's armed. Everyone should be afraid.
It's got the gay wand.
Oh wait, hold on. No, this is asexual.
It'll turn everyone asexual.
Damn.
Run.
No.
Oh my god, he's dead! No! Oh, that's cool. How the
Anime stop, you'll hyperventilate. Oh my god.
how does that work? That's cool. How the fuck how did you get that to work? That's so awesome. How the fuck?
So he didn't make that. That's a model that you could get from someone named Storm.
That's made by
He makes
Storm
models.
Shark.
Oh.
How did
I
me
guess I wasn't
crumpling
fucking
look, by the way?
explaining.
Yeah, it's Storm Sharps. It's like a Ottoman
Okay, so it's made for
theme
like
character.
Yeah,
RP
Storm,
stuff.
where the fuck is Gold? He
Yeah.
never fucking shows up.
Excellent question.
You know, despite so.
You know, the last
Despite
time I got him
making
to
that
show up, I
noise-
messaged him on Discord. Like, please, can you get on pretty? And he's like,
Oh, that
Sure,
reminds me for
That
whatever
noise
reason.
I made, by the way. Despite making that noise, I took a sip from my gamer subs when I made that noise. None of it got out. None of it hit the floor, or me.
There's not a lot of
I'm
people
simply
on
goaded like
today.
that.
Looks like it. Maybe it's gonna take people a bit.
Just give it a little moment.
just
Sometimes-
wait a little.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes people wait for the section to actually
Populate.
for the world to open. No, they wait for the world to open.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then, like, even after that.
I think I'm gonna continue to do the thing where the fact that I'm skating is gonna be just a part of my character, just because I can't fix the walking animation in full body.
I will say, by the way, for my character, I was working on your gauntlets during the night and made them, and during that basically caused me to remember some shit.
Cool. I mean, if you're gonna be
every
looking.
Every time you say, by the way, I will say, every time you say that, I'm
What?
gonna record it and play it back to you.
Yeah, I
Say
know. I
that
say
so many times.
Yeah, I know. You, you're not the first person to point that out. All right.
if you're gonna be looking for me, I'm gonna be doing my training by like the lake thing, like the small little.
Oh no, I'm gonna be vibing in the forge,
Oh, okay.
Could just do cozy vibes.
and I do literally mean in the forge.
Either way, you don't have to.
So.
People come to Asa and it's like, hey, so we need help. So Asa will go to help and then get killed away.
I can heat myself up. What do you mean?
That's fine.
I'll be fine.
That's fine. I'm just hoping that the other person who I was talking with last time is coming around today. The fire mage. Just cause.
Fucker, I am a fire mage.
Well, not you, the other one. Cause she,
Yeah, I know
cause
what
she,
you know.
cause,
I know what
cause
you're
she.
talking about.
Also, I did a thing where now I can drop the sword in the world now. Cause I used to not be able to do that.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
VRC Fury for the win, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great
Yeah,
tool.
no, it's so much better.
It helps a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, no, I made the animate like the toggles for my avatar, my first one a bit. I made a few of them myself, and then a friend of mine was like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Use VRC Fury. You have that." It's like, yeah. It's like I didn't know I needed for this. It's like, yeah, just use that. It's so much easier. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy.
I hate it. I hated
So no-
making certain toggle parts and sucked. Dude.
Now I can just have this open wide.
No, not the forbidden bubblegum.
It's red hot metal. What are you talking about?
Not the forbidden chocolate bar. All right, are we ready to go?
Oh.
How many people are actually here? Here is the question first.
There's 11 in total, last I saw. 12,
There's
maybe
13
14.
now.
Well,
No time like the present.
Cheater 5 standing.
That's really good. That's really good. Like that, just shitter 1, shitter 2, T,
Shitter 1, shitter 2.
no, number 2, T, and shitter 5 standing by. That's great. That's great. I love that. I love that so
great.
much. All right. Oh, I'm gonna go room trace. All right. Character time. Okay. Right. Well, it's time to start the day, I guess.
I mean, honestly, it's what it
Which
feels like half the time when I go to
doesn't
sleep.
sound like sleeping from what I've heard of other people describe sleeping as.
Right. Just because you're in another world does not mean you can neglect your training. Best to start then. Right. Barring the family. Okay. Concentrate. You do realize what giving one names does in this world, right? Yes, I am aware. Now please, don't talk. I am meditating. You have much darkness buried inside of yourself. You really shouldn't look that deeply into someone's mind. Why do you resist so vehemently? Because I am not like the people you think that I am. You are but an assassin, a liar, and a cheat. What good can you do? More than you. Now please, cease this talk of the great fire. It's not productive, at least not in our current predicament. You believe that I trying to corrupt thee? More or less. It seems rather important. Why me, of all sorts? I don't know. You called. You stole me. Well, not initially. Look, this is not good for either of us. We clearly don't mesh, and what the Friar Mage said last time was correct. Talking to myself is not productive. It will help. But we could conquer so much. Both the summer and winter courts could bow to... No, that's not our place. I merely want to be home. And I assume so do you. But taking over this place must be the mission. There is no other... All you can think about is conquest. Now stop before I get truly angry. Let me meditate in peace. We will continue this conversation. Without question. But you will learn your place. Okay. Well. At least the ice formed correctly. Seems that the magics that I wield are following the same basis. Maybe a more comfortable rock. This might also be a good time to practice water. Let's see. This shouldn't be too hard. If you are trying to hide, I believe you're not doing the greatest of jobs. Damn it.
Well,
I mean, it's hot to me. I'm different, so
fair enough, fair enough.
I
I
Not
wouldn't
hot to
risk
most
touching
people.
it myself.
I do believe we have a
hello.
visitor.
Oh, we got a new one.
Well, not
visitor?
a new visitor from the portal. More from here.
How do you mean?
Huh?
There's a
Also, by
giant,
the way,
scary-looking monster that seems to be covered in black fur and have a skull for a face. Kind of ring any bells?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I think I might know who that is.
Well, they are sitting over there.
Is that so? Let
Hey,
me
by the
go take a
way,
look.
Don't exactly know your name, but your gauntlets are done.
Oh.
Sitting right over
No,
there on
that's
that
not who I
bench.
thought it
Well,
was.
you
That's
may
someone else
refer to me
entirely
as
different.
Poe. So,
Oh.
Alright,
okay.
Poe.
Hello, Lou.
bench where?
Friend of yours over
Wait. Here? Alright. I see.
All right, you do that. Of course.
Personally, I'm not trusting of that thing. I don't know why.
Are these metal, by
Hmm.
the way, or just regular? Gambison.
Metal.
Alright.
Metal with leather
I mean,
underneath.
I try not to judge a book on by its cover
See, he
and
pulls
whatnot,
his hands
but,
back and spikes immediately form on both gauntlets. Yes, that will do quite nicely.
interesting.
Well, it's one of my
Mm.
talents that I fight with.
Ah, I
Mm.
see, I
Yes.
see. Very good, very good.
It's the same reason why I skate around.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you. So that's what that is. I see.
Yes.
Interesting.
I use ice to reduce the friction, so it allows me to glide smoothly. Saves a lot of energy and
Very
also
well.
looks kind of cool, as some would say. But
Sounds like you could easily mess up, though.
was a learning process.
Try not to fall over.
Trust me, I was far worse in
learning
my
process.
youth. But also, the reason why for the gauntlets is the same reason for the shoes. If I try to apply it to my skin, it gets cold. So having a thing to not only focus
see.
on, but also to stick the ice to helps not that.
Ah. Right, I see.
Hmm.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, of course.
Anyway,
Well,
I'm gonna go see what's going on in the tavern.
Right, right. Yes, very well.
I'm more.
Well, Lou hasn't been eaten yet, so
I'm gonna
suppose
go
everything's
and
all right.
make sure our little friend does not get eaten.
by all means. You know, I grew up in a city
over to your left, well, right for you, we have the farm. We grow a variety of crops here, including corn, potatoes, probably tomatoes, and pumpkin stuff. We don't have much variety due to the fact we don't have many seeds, I'd say. But yeah, simple enough. A few people run the farm. One of them is including tomato. He has a pumpkin on his head. Find him. He's very recognizable. You couldn't miss him. And the other one is Sage. Sage doesn't really tend to the crops. Well, you never really get to see Sage tend to the crops, but they're always here. They're usually wearing green and a staff.
Pretty flowers.
The flowers are very pretty here. Much prettier than where I was. Here we just have the fire. We don't really do much over here. You don't even know how the fire's still running. No one even fuels it. It just goes. I can't explain it. We do, another thing is, we also do have magic here, if you didn't know.
Magic.
We do have magic. Well, a lot of people here are magic.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I myself am a water mage. I can control water.
Hmm.
You're just gonna see as like a ball of water just appears in their hand. Like, for instance, water. It feels like water.
And as another example, I flick the water and just instantly freezes.
And ice magic. That's for you.
Yes. Though it seems to be a subset of water magic, as there's no real ice magic here, technically. But operates much the same, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much it operates the same. Okay, let's continue. Over here we have the guard shack. They kind of just do things. Yeah. Is there any other way to explain it?
They guard the town, technically.
They kind of just do what they want, and no one can really do much about it.
That doesn't sound nice.
They don't do very much, though. Kind of useless, in my opinion. Here we have the town entrance. Although there are many other entrances to the town, this is the main gate. We have been in the process of fixing up the building in it. This used to be a lot higher, but we're slowly building it downwards, and we're going to be making a gate in the front. If you ever want to find a way into town, this is the most optimal route right here. Over here we have the training grounds. If you ever want to train your magic, swordsmanship, or pure fighting power, here's the place to do it. I can guarantee you most of the people in town would love to spar with other people, so it's all a matter of just asking around. Someone's always willing to do it. Doesn't matter what you can do, no one really cares too much. There's always going to be someone that's willing. Other than that, yeah, you can train magic, train swords. Those are up for free grabs. Sometimes we grab them to go out, because we have to go out on like missions and stuff to gather stuff. Because, to be honest, not everything is inside the town. Sometimes we need things from outside. I see. Morning.
Good morning. Do bear in mind, we do seem to have a new guest.
What are you talking about? Huh?
Oh, I don't know where they went, but it is a
What do they look like? Descriptors.
giant creature covered in black fur with kind of a skull for a face and somehow wearing clown makeup?
Fucking what?
I didn't know.
What?
They're being shown around by the little
sounds like,
one, the little water.
Sounds like a fae to me.
If they're being shown around, they got one of the fucking sundials. It isn't
Yeah.
a member
Yeah.
of town.
Where did they go?
So wait, you place one over there, right? And then you place one by the board.
I placed one there, like normal, and then I placed one. Where the fuck that go?
And then we have a variety of other vendors that come and go once in a while.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll bring back the shovel later.
Of course, of course.
Hmm.
Then what can I do for you?
Well, I do not know. You seem like
Oh.
kind of someone who does business.
Indeed.
Well, first of all, I must ask if you're one of the fey creatures, obviously.
Oh no, I am not Faye.
All right. Well, may I ask for your title, I guess?
Greases Pennington, a local trader, longest trader in business in this town.
I see. Well, you may.
And I think currently oldest resident. By about 200 years, but, you know.
200. Right. Different world, different rules. Well, you...
Oh yes, ex-guild master of the Traders Guild before most of them got eaten by bears. Or disappeared. Really, it's the same thing, but, you know.
Right. Well, you may refer to me as just Poe, as most people do. Do bear in mind, I do tend to talk to myself. So, just...
I see.
It's not you if I just talk to a wall. I have a passenger, I guess, as it were. But what do you sell where-wise, and how does one do business when I do not have monetary in anything, really?
I do specialize in spices and herbs and the like, but necessity-wise, I've expanded a bit into a general shop of a sort. You won't find many outright magical items with me, but daily supplies, resources, stuff like that, I might have in stock, or can get, depending on who of our trade partners visits. As for trading itself, we don't really use money since everyone comes from a different place, so the currencies don't really mesh. Instead, we have a barter system. Meaning, if you want something here, you trade something in, or I give you a task to complete.
Okay. Well, I will at least keep that in mind. I don't need anything concurrently, but if you do happen to be around and I am in need of more matters, I guess that sounds like fair. And I am just with my personal background. I have met some not so, how would one put it? Not so honest businessmen. I do hope that you are honest in your business and the trades are fair.
I take pride in my business. You can ask the others. Never broken a deal.
Alright, well, I shall trust you in that case then. Lovely talk.
Very well. If you need me, most days I'm here for the morning to noon approximately. If I'm not in my stall, there's a little hatch behind my stall
Alright.
leading to my personal warehouse. You can try knocking there.
Alright.
Or just leave me a message as well.
Alright, well, I will keep that in mind. Lovely talking to you.
Of course. Me too. Have a good evening.
Feel like you're trying to toy with me, but oh, I'm pretty sure you didn't know this before, but in the first town we were in, I had the same problem. And
I was very confused about it.
Okay.
Then
hold on.
thought about
Not
it
that I've
Yeah,
been
again, I'm going to
far
give
too many cooked hams.
Feeling the earth on my feet.
Just fix all of them.
I
mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm climbing trees, I take my shoes off. But yeah,
Okay, sorry, I must.
I can maintain a functional appearance.
It's okay. It's alright.
Oh, excuse me.
Do you have bipedal inside? Do you have fingers on your
it didn't feel like home. It felt like another place.
You know, that was closer than most.
I think it was a
No, that was like back in
Wonderful.
pre-evolution days.
I'm improving.
just got
I
one word
helped
wrong.
You know what, Ted? I can just ask. I actually don't necessarily need to pull you aside. What did you mean when you came in here? What did
something special.
Why did he say
on
that?
Sword or something.
Do you know why
I
he just kind
helped
of came in and said it?
Why did I
make
call
them
you
stuff they needed.
an immature
Repair
rash?
gear, armor, etc.
Yes. Very rude.
And the one thing that you helped me also remember
Hello, George. I was talking to Abattoir.
the fact that my body
Yes, Abattoir.
pretty much was kind of like a forge.
She was
My
talking
mind
about
being the
how much
tools,
fun
my
they
body
had
being its
killing the
steel,
redcaps,
and
he
my
was
fire
like,
being,
"Anybody
well, my
would have
blood
made the
being
same
its fire.
decision, even Fizwick." And
I
was
do
like,
not think that it's
"See,
healthy
Fizwick
to have
did."
your blood
He's
be
like,
fire.
Yeah, Fizwick definitely wanted to kill the redcaps, and I was like, well, I think.
Well, before it really wasn't like that, but now it.
Well,
All I know for
you're
a fact before then, that was just kind of a figure of
He's like, well,
speech.
if you call me a moron, you gotta tell Fizwick.
What
he's
is
a
he?
moron."
Is he not different as well?
That's true, but from my
And you know, if you did feel as though
place, we
showing
had a
up to the winter court and killing a bunch of redcaps for no reason was a good
each
idea,
element
yeah,
was
you're a
tied
fucking
to
immature, brash
emotion, as it were.
Let me make something
And
clear.
when emotions and science tend mixed,
Killing
sometimes
redcaps?
things happen that are
Yeah.
not good. For example, in my
Not
clan,
something I
we had
suggest.
something called the
He
ice
had
hot
told me
syndrome,
in haste as he saw
which
the opal flying over the
basically,
town,
once
that
one
may be best
reached a
we
specific
deal with
point
our
and could
debts.
not
And I said
control
I
the
agreed.
ice within themselves, it would
I knew
freeze
there
their
was something-
hearts.
some deal
Not
was made where the
literally freeze it, though,
Queen and the
sometimes.
wanted some redcaps
More,
taken care
they would
of
be
or removed
so
from her-
in
for her lands
tune
and
with ice
some frost
that
giants
they
dealt with.
would be...
I had heard about this, but I was not around for this.
Ice themselves.
No, well, no. They would not be
I feel
themselves.
like this situation could have
They
been
would be
handled
like
better,
the ice.
but I also wasn't there.
These were...
So
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
They become
necessarily agree.
ice
I think he's fighting with them right now.
themselves.
If you mean that they would go on a cold-blooded murdering spree,
Yes, I simply
probably?
agreed with him that he said it may be best that we deal with.
Oh, I just meant that
our
they
debts.
physically became like ice.
As much as I despise
that would be
Oh.
that yes, more
Well, I meant
emotionally,
physically.
not physically. Though there was one legend very far in the past, nearly probably 2,000 years, of one that had
It took me a while
conquered
to get that
the ice heart syndrome, but that's merely legend. It's more of just when you become too attuned to the element. And this works in different families. And same thing with the fire ones. They would set themselves, their blood would boil so much that they would often fly into blind rages if not put in check. So there was often conflicts. So there were mitigations, obviously,
Well, I will say,
because
where my world originally, the whole fire thing for it was mainly just a figure of speech, but now I guess in here, since I have fire magic, it's quite literal now.
Well, I mean,
things change when it comes to the Feywild.
But
I mean, I couldn't.
The creation thing, it feels kind of like a slight. It feels a lot more open-ended than what I used to use.
Ting, ting, ting.
I can feel that.
Alice,
Because then it was more based around I could, whatever I ever internalize, I could make. It's kind of like making blueprints in my mind and making it physically.
Excellent. Wow. Bit of a gamer.
Via magic and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Yes. Granted, it wasn't using materials or anything. It was just using my own magic as a
Anyway,
thing.
I
And
suppose the next step would be getting
yeah.
Lawrence. So yeah, I guess this would be a good spot
the
to stop.
mana or energy here.
Yeah.
It is
I don't know.
different, right? So the way it could have worked in your hometown or where you're from. It's just they don't seem to flow the same, right?
Yeah, they definitely don't feel the same, that's for sure.
Yes, I've heard, talks of Fae speak of glamour or the like as well. I don't even know if it is the same energy and we're just using it differently, or if it is different entirely. It's just, even though how long we've been here, it's just,
Well,
it almost feels impossible to
as
understand.
far as I can tell, the way that I perceive my ice works somehow the same, but that might just be because I've practiced so much of it that it just is second nature. Because the way that I make ice is I chemically break it down to its most basic particles, reassemble it, and then use mana to form it.
So you show up in the winter court.
This is possible. It is not that I cannot use things that I knew before. I can still use everything I knew before, and I've learned things since being here. It is just the energy within my body itself is what feels different. So to speak. It is still, it feels similar, but it like a different texture, I guess, if you were to put it in one way.
So, and I will say from my world that I came from, the way the kind of the magic worked with us was that it was kind of like part of our actual body itself. Like you'd have, for instance, like kind of like sharp, kind of jagged lines going to out of character. It's basically just think of circuitry.
Oh.
If she got so much power,
You mean, so wait, you mean like the magical circuits for a... Well, but that's from my thing.
Oh no, I'm thinking... are you out of character still?
No, I'm talking in character.
I'm talking about this in character. Yeah, okay. I was just saying that just to add it for in character. But... It's not really similar to that.
Well, everyone had their own secrets. Everyone, again, where I come from, magic and science were the same things. Runesmiths would oftentimes be covered in these markings, but maybe it's not the same because it was more of we had cars and you don't seem to understand what that is.
So for my world, it was more everyone had it, and some people had it stronger than others, some people didn't.
That's more or less.
That's at least what I remember, I think. Actually.
So magic just existed and people had it? It wasn't a creation of
pretty much.
science?
Everyone's worlds are different. Yeah.
No, it's not...
I did not have a world of science where I came from.
Well...
Other people's have only a science or technologies that they've talked about. Ted or... Jojo would be ones to talk about a different world as kinds of people like me, where we came from, they would be called primitive, I guess, so to speak, whimsical or fantasy-like, if that were to make sense. To us, that is just how we lived our lives. That is a big red cap.
Holy shit! Shut up.
Oh.
I can probably help you kind of tap into that.
Hello.
What the hell?
It's not that big. But, yes, you may find people of similar...
Why is it so big now?
Origin points.
I don't know.
Don't question it. Don't question it. Don't question it.
No,
Also, there's that now. There's that person.
Yeah, here we go.
But
It's not even that.
You might be from a
That's not a
It's not
space
even real
type of
morning
world,
yet. We
just
already have things happening.
ice and not ice.
Well,
everyone else had there was a bunch of different things people could do. It just so happened to be that I was so good with creating things that I just kind of was fit as a smith.
I mean,
it wasn't necessarily that I chose.
craftsmanship
I
is
chose to be a
still
smith, but
pretty good, even stuff. I'm wearing gauntlets because I just don't have them on my thing. But
I mean, I worked for, I guess, the king of Britain at that point.
don't you mean the king of Britannia?
No, I'm pretty sure remembering it Britain.
Right, sorry, I am... That's not sinking in quite yet. I've only been here for 24 days, so...
Do not worry about it. Just take it as a learning experience.
Yeah.
Right, yes. I mean, I had another conversation
And I will
with
say-
myself in the pool for my training today, because though I am in another world, I should not neglect my diligence. Keeps it ground, I guess.
Yes, it would be good as a means to ground yourself and not, unfortunately, be some people that just decide to venture off into the woods.
Yeah, we had one knight-looking dude. He was confused about where he was, and he ran right into the woods. Apparently, he never been seen since. That was almost what 5 days ago.
And you cannot ground
4 days
yourself
ago.
in this
Sorry about that.
place. Then
That's true.
you'll just go
What?
missing.
How did you get that? Did it say that its name? Yes.
You were trying to get my attention. What? You...
I believe it is a familiar or something.
But yeah,
about this.
Been doing that for a while.
You just have to wait a few moments
it kind of feels like the mana here feels different, but not different enough to the point where I can't like. It felt like I was misusing it. It took me a moment to of understanding to actually, and also remembering of who I once was to actually be able to use it a bit more properly. Because I felt like before I was using way too much of it for creation. Instead of like focusing on one specific aspect instead of just trying to be like make it as a thing. Yeah.
Right.
Focusing too much on the details when I'm not. For creation, yeah, I can do that. It's possible, but if, depending on how, I feel like depending on how powerful something might be, it might have repercussions.
It is like to make a basic kitchen knife. It is simple. A kitchen knife you think of for cooking, but if you think of like a legendary sword of some kind, you have to understand all that makes it.
Well,
They don't talk.
I feel like back then, when back where I came from, in at least in memories, I've seen the image. I've seen that king's sword. Nah, there ain't no way in any world I'd be able to even make that thing.
But, so I can capture those, but well, I mean,
I felt like if I probably would have done it,
try and extract the ground for them, but I wonder if that would end up killing them.
I wouldn't be here if I tried.
I mean, at the same time,
it probably would have.
I mean, at the same time, I probably would not be here if I wasn't on that one courier mission where I kind of messed up and got hit by the truck. So.
Well, and the crazy thing is too, is I know there was a sword, but I can't remember it.
It might come with time, as in, once, as you said, when you thought of something,
well, the
you
issue
felt
it doesn't feel more like a missing memory, but more feels like it's blocked out. Like I can think of the sword being there, but I can't see the sword being there. As if I pretty much like said, like that I basically stopped myself from even putting that thing in my mind in case of accidentally making it.
I mean, I've never had almond milk, but I've heard it exists from other
something or someone could be stopping you from remembering.
Maybe it could be even the world itself.
Right, that's what I was thinking of later.
Well, have you ever considered that it might be the world itself?
Yes. We need.
I mean, it could have been.
Anything is possible, but if it was the world, why would this world stop you from thinking about that sword?
Balance.
I think it was more the before the world, because the thing is about that, supposedly about that king, was that sword was, I guess, from the world itself or something.
Imagine if it was called the sword.
Supposedly some stupid, powerful thing or whatever.
The sword of the world.
Well, I was going to say the sword of the world tree, which is usually one that is reserved for a artifact of massive. It's a story. It's not really something. It was a book series Very strange.
It could be a king's sword, so I guess the comparison is
How you
possible.
doing, Eddie?
What's weird though is that in the books it always changed depending on the book itself. It started off as a simple wooden sword that was given life by the World Tree, but then it became holier and holier and made out of better and better materials over time. And by the end of the series, it asked the question of, was the sword the same as when it started, or did it become something greater? And it just
I think he's just
weird philosophies and things.
Let's make him leave.
There was an entire religion around it for some reason.
Yes.
I left.
We don't have any phone.
I left some of those
Well,
mushrooms.
hopefully I'll be able to
you
find
gave me
someone that might be able to give some light even into their own version of whatever this country and ruler might have been.
Well,
it must have been of grand importance.
You could ask the other peoples of towns if they are from places of similar...
Consider
Because I made a suit of armor. I know that for a fact. I made a suit of armor specifically for them, and it was, oh boy, was it elegant.
Right.
I will assume it, maybe it was for a
And
king,
you, but wait, you
Blues and purples.
blues and purples.
Purple, from what I've experienced, has tend to be a color associated with royalty.
Well,
Let's
yes, but that,
many different.
Well, yes, our family had purples. Like again, I might be what's known as a blue rank, hence the blues all across. But we did have purples, which was usually higher tier and hierarchies of families, especially in what I do.
But I mean, I guess another hint for, I guess, from what I remember, is that they also had their own group of like knights or whatever with them as well.
Seriously, want to just keep talking?
I mean, okay, I guess that makes sense because they have the king has their generals or whatever. But no, this felt like people that were more kind of they viewed as equal, kind of, but they weren't also kings.
We're all kind of here stuck together.
Like a king's guard?
And that means that
Not really.
yourself can only do take
Can't say
so
I can
much.
envision it then.
Plus, I also think that you're
I mean, what can be equal to a king if there's not a king, right?
Outside the walls.
What can be
It could've-
equal to a king if they are not a king?
An emperor.
Safety in numbers.
Emperor?
No, they didn't seem like they were some sort of like they held power, but not like king power.
The Pope?
We have a lot of decent
The
fighters here.
papacy would oftentimes,
To protect people.
they usually held dominion over the life, but that was more of a general practice, and the papacy, at least depending on who you asked, both held power and didn't hold power. It's very strange and also quite outdated when I kicked the bucket, I guess.
Yeah, I got no idea what he's talking about.
I can't say I do.
A man of God, or a man supposedly blessed by God,
A religious figure.
essentially.
No.
Hello, George.
I had to.
No,
So who was that?
those
That's when I
people
heard
are
God,
always
so
the
I-
most annoying.
New person in town.
Oh,
Cool, cool.
alright then.
I thought it was a
Jojo,
fae.
could you tell them about the type of world you're from?
Like a
What?
a Britain, a
Britannia.
technologies and things.
Yes, it's just we're talking about worlds and comparing notes.
Britain.
Correct.
Britannia.
Yeah.
Huh. So neither of these words changed over time or turned into a different country entirely.
Well,
Different worlds.
yes, different worlds. It had many names,
Well,
but it was called the Great Country of Britannia
yes,
for
but-
many millennia, as far as I could tell.
Okay, all right. So it didn't change you throughout your history. That's my key point. Is I'm comparing.
I was a
things to
traveling
mine.
smith.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I mean, I could also say
to give an idea.
I could also say we had cities as tall as mountains.
I'm from a world that had 2 world wars.
Hmm.
2 world
Only
wars.
2?
Jojo,
Two.
I think the Hat Man was in your kitchen.
Oh yeah,
Only 2.
I saw.
Well, I mean,
I think I saw that
before
too.
I left,
They
there was
just
like
went-
a potential third. It was almost there. A lot of people were on thin ice with each other before I got put here. So maybe a third one. I don't know.
We
I
were
don't know if
actually
it's
in the middle
happening
of
yet
at
or
least a
not. But
third civil war of all the great states said. At least that's what I heard. But
states?
Well, countries formed states, states formed themselves, and they grew to such big power that they became super states, and it's
that's kind of similar.
Okay. Well, Britannia itself was a large state, or a large estate, I guess is the better term, more general.
Okay.
The estate covered a wide area because most of the other land became inhospitable thanks to the third specific magical war. A lot of magical extracts and things that were used left a large part of planets not... Well, I say magics, but it also includes technologies and technomancy, as well as spirits.
Fair, but the one thing I'm latching onto is you came from a place with magic. I would assume you did as well?
Correct.
Okay.
It was a lot more ingrained in society.
So
I mean,
the
when
only issue
you come from a
was
place with magic, it makes sense.
the only issue was that some people had a really strong natural ability to use magic, which usually formed families and stuff like that. I think that's what it seemed like. And then there's normal people who they might have it, but they're not going to be say as strong as someone who has been like a lineage.
Whereas
so very
I'm only just
family-focused
kind of going through these new memories I've gotten, and so yeah.
Whereas with mine, it would seem that mine differs in a way of very few families had natural magics that could be taught and passed down, as there were usually 3 or 4 different ones depending on who you asked. There was techno magic, which was artificial magics that was used in technology as well as things which anyone could use. Artificial magics, which could be implanted and transplanted via specific means that was, again, family guarded secrets. Natural magics, which was general natural magics that existed throughout families and could be passed down heretically.
They're making fun of my tail again.
Yeah. And then, thanks to the war, there was radioactive type magics, which...
What did they say?
Falls under the
That was
category
too
more
big.
of wild
It's not that
type
big.
magic, which can be gotten in a number of ways.
Proportionately,
And
it is
most
quite
of the
big.
time it's done out in the wastelands of most of the place.
What
Stay
is
in
bad
one
about
place
it
too
being
long and you now are a pile of goo, but you are still sentient and you are now constantly in near
Look
pain.
good when it's bigger,
Or,
I guess.
You know, you can now cast lightning bolts with your eyeballs, but it somehow
That sounds like
destroys your
hell.
eyeballs in the process and then makes you regrow them. So not all. There's a floating cup.
What the?
They're talking of the different worlds and how everyone's world is different.
Alright, so
I never visit a world that
No magic.
regrows your eyeballs. Is that like? That sounds like hell.
So one thing I will say with mine was I worked
like a type
under,
of
at least for the time, under a king of Britain. Apparently they were really special or something like that. They had some weird sword or something. I don't remember what it looked like, and I can't remember what it looked like. It's as if the world itself from then blocked out the memory.
I sneeze.
Is that a dust bunny?
I hope not. I mean, dust bunnies aren't supposed to make things flow.
Huh. Strange.
The king had like their own group of knights or whatever. They were also kind of like they viewed each other as like equal or something like that, but they weren't like kings.
if need be, here's a feather duster.
But yeah.
I don't need a feather duster.
But no, it's for the.
Pretty much.
Is it like the hat guy that we saw earlier? Can they just like go invisible and do that?
Hold that thought a moment.
Yep.
Or is it the demon that came in earlier?
I believe that was a new townsfolk, Bane.
Yes. Anyway, but interesting note comparisons aside.
Yes, everyone is.
I
different.
will. They look scary.
I think.
Excuse me, Formal.
Wow.
All right.
I feel like where I came from, there might have been worse.
I mean, what good is there in comparing notes about what's happening in the past versus what's happening now?
Carry on and enjoy the drink.
Well, for me, before I came here, that was the now.
Well, I mean, yes, but
I came here willingly. Because I was bored.
why?
Did they just open a portal to you?
It
and
is
you
the
just
Hat
like,
Man!
Oh, I guess I'm gonna jump in. What?
It is the hat guy.
Oh. So it is. Well, I mean,
The
he's
hell
fine
is
if he
that
wants to
thing?
enjoy his drink.
It's the hat
it's been
guy,
around for 2
apparently.
days.
Is that what we're calling him?
I guess.
Yeah.
First thing I've heard.
The hat guy is just some.
He was
tall,
in the
hairy thing with
on
a
our way
hat.
back to town when we went to.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
Anyway,
of course
so
he did.
we've talked about a lot about our stuff, but you said that your place does not have magics, yet your race would imply that is a thing, because normally this is established with magics. Like,
Nope.
No.
what?
Do you know if the okay? So this might be a big shocker to you for both of your worlds. Maybe not. Maybe this concept is for both of your worlds, and you both understand what I'm saying when I say evolution. Ringing any bells? Nothing.
Well,
Maybe?
no, it does,
Kinda, sorta?
but most
What's
of that
evolution?
kind.
Not yours. then.
Most
Okay.
of that kind died out during the fourth civil war of a lot of the cities. Like they were used as more or less cannon
I
fodder,
feel
and they're
like something like evolution is probably maybe something that was talked about. I don't think so.
Okay,
It sounds like
so
something
it
the
might
church
exist
might
where
have
you're
been
from,
against.
but it's not. Oh yeah, no, a church would have been heavily against that. So
Okay.
maybe it's not. It's something
We're
where you're
always
from, but
pricks
it's not
anyways.
something you're familiar with. So, all right. Essentially, evolution states that after so many years and centuries and whatnot, creatures will change and evolve to match their lifestyle or their living conditions or what. Just over time, there will be a slight change that will eventually keep going and keep going. Hi. Most of the creatures in my world are a product of evolution. We kind of evolved into this
well,
over centuries.
well, yeah,
and
well,
centuries
yes,
and centuries.
well, yes. I mean, yes, that is a thing. That is a concept. There's evolutions of magics. There's evolutions of people and things. But for your kind specifically, that's sort of, I don't know. It's not. Yeah, I mean.
I feel like we've already established that there's different worlds.
Well, yes,
kind
but
of
like
thing.
it, but the terminology can always be different. I was talking about genes and DNA and stuff like that.
Yep. Genes and DNA are a thing.
Okay, what?
Those are terminology we know.
Yes.
What?
Okay, what the hell is he talking about?
What
Okay,
you are
so,
made of.
I will.
Think of a house and think of the blocks of that house. The DNA is the blocks itself, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
Anomaly.
That's the context of it. Is that we are made up of a bunch of different smaller entities and things that, as a whole, make us. DNA is kind of part of that, and genetics and genes are kind of what our fathers and mothers pass on to us, their own DNA, like a blueprint of how we are going to turn out when we are born.
I guess that explains why some people had stronger abilities of using magic than others, because for whatever reason, I guess I was kind of a weird one since I had kind of best way to out of character. It's circuitry that what magic looks like mana, whatever. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Some people, like I mentioned earlier, some people have it more ability of using theirs. Some people just couldn't. And there was the people in between.
I kind of clap my hands together and I pull and I open it up, and it kind of resembles what would be a circuit board, but it's ice, like this.
Kind of like the weird lines going through
Is that a
it.
tomahawk?
That's about it.
That might be a tomahawk. No, the ports are off.
What? What are you talking about? A tomahawk is a.
It's something very similar.
Oh.
It's the name brand of that thing.
Well, this is just.
It
This
is
is
a name
well.
brand
This
of
is
one
from what I remember of the Atkins Corporation. They made a lot of techno magics and circuitry like this.
So,
Hmm?
key
Man,
note and feature.
where I'm from, magic and tech does not mix at all.
Listen, I'm just
Well, how about
nodding my head just
well,
saying,
how about you try to
"Mhm."
catch this? Throw a snowball.
I agree. Just nod and shake your head. Yes. Just go. Yes.
I don't understand
for
what
the
it is.
drink.
Just nod and just.
Well, it will help. But in any case,
Techno magic, you say?
yes, like I explained, techno magic was technology that was also magics that existed as technology that anyone could use. Oftentimes was equivalent to more science than magics, but that's also why I have these, because yes, that's why I also have these, which these were taken from the snow fox animal.
You took ears from an animal and put them on yourself?
Well,
Did they
Gene
cheat?
Splice?
yeah. Oh,
Hey.
yes.
Was that
using
on purpose?
Yeah, well, it's part of the family ritual. A lot of the family needs to of my families there are four different clans of my family. There's the polar bears, there is the snow foxes, there's the penguins, and then there is the yetis. So the Yetis were usually the strongest and the most aggressive, often covered, at least on their arms, with fur, allowing their magics to kind of become more rigid and structured. The polar bears oftentimes used their massive claws and very keen senses to sniff out in cold weathers, and were often the fattest, not the most healthy, but, you know. As for the snow foxes and penguins, they were more of the speed types. I myself specifically would go into speed and, well, into the family business, which, yes, currying, mostly.
Okay.
I am not lying. Don't
So-
say that. Please. It's not a lie.
Oh, your imaginary friend, or
Oh yeah, familiar.
But
not imaginary? I don't know. So, would you say technomancy, the thing anybody could use, might be the closest thing we had, but we just called it science, and it was literally the understanding of the building blocks of all existence.
Well, we had.
And we just said, "This is what happens when we do this."
Well, no, that we did have that as well. We had science, but there was a mixture of science and the magics that crossed over into it. So think of it as
people can
like
find
a chart that
correlation
has
between
one
sure
circle
everything.
here,
Fair enough.
one circle here, and then there's a crossover between the two.
And a little overlap in the
Yes.
middle, yeah.
That
yeah.
overlap is
Okay,
where a lot
so-
of science was innovated against.
So we had just science for us. We didn't have any magic whatsoever. And that's how we built everything. We based off of our own knowledge of how elements reacted with each other, how the building blocks of life existed, how they worked, essentially. We cracked the grand tapestry of existence to a degree. Specifically, what was on the planet, and what we could use, and how we could improve our lives using these techniques.
It sounds like a lot of
So we
boring
did.
talk and just basically people sitting around doing fuck on
Here's
all
the
for
shirt.
3 hours.
Huh?
Here's
a shirt now. Yeah, it's not just a shirt. It's armor too.
Excellent.
But that's kind of what it was. It's just we learned how iron worked, how it melted, how it formed, how we could make it and reshape it. We learned how gold worked, what applications we could use with it. That thing you made, that's a circuit board used to make computers, which were boxes that could do so many other things. We made televisions, which were essentially things you could watch little plays on. We just started creating, and we did not stop. Every new year came new inventions, new creations that changed life in some way, shape, or form.
I think that...
And during that process somewhere, we learned, hey, this mineral here is really bad. It gets really... it's not good to be around, but you know what's really good for? It produces energy. What if we use that as an energy source, make a silo around it, and just keep it going and keep like putting energy into it to make it produce more energy for us? And then one exploded in a country and made it inhospitable to live in. And then after that, they decided, you know what? These things are great, but also bad.
Since when did...
How could we use them elsewise?
Since when...
Oh, right, I know. Let's make it into a weapon.
I was going to say,
and then they
like
weaponized it. And every single country had one.
Well,
I
since
got no real
that is the state of the
comparison
world.
for
I
me.
mean, we all had our own sons. I don't know
I mean,
how
it sounds,
that's any
it sounds kind of like
strange.
it sounds like that sword the king had somewhat.
At least
Stupid
you didn't get to
for
the
giving
point where
George a wig.
people were glassing
What?
planets.
I have to see.
You know,
We're
fair.
getting George a wig.
We had only
hadn't gotten.
We had only just
I'm
started.
glad we hadn't gotten.
We had only just started intergalactic conquest, or at least some people went intergalactic.
Oh, we hadn't
Were
even
there
gotten to
things
the
up in the
stars
sky?
yet. Oh, okay. No, we did go to the stars. Just we haven't like.
Just
gotten
the one
life out there,
time,
like
like a
living
plebeian. Not really. I'm joking. It's a joke, please. Obviously, but it's more of just. By the time I had, there's really no other way to say it. I just died. But by the time that I died, we had just started like the 5th or 6th expedition towards the stars, and the other 4 were not failures, but they inhabited other planets within the system. Though, though this one was
we had gotten up there like many times.
Though this time it was supposed to be Plutus that was counted, but that always seemed like a pipe dream because that was about 2.9
starting to hurt here.
2.9 million 2.9 million to the power of 2 of the galactic of I forget the measurements. It was very far away.
As universes and galaxies tend to be.
Yeah. It's also stupid because it was like trying to hit a fly with a pea using a slingshot.
Yeah, no. We got up to a point where we had satellites floating around the planet, receiving signals, sending signals. There were different spots on it. We had explored, from what we understood, either saw or explored our entire universe.
So was it just
galaxy?
Was it
Galaxy.
just your kind that existed, or was there other species? Because I know that where I'm from, there was like I said, polar bears and different kinds. There were some that went even so far as to make themselves fully into what you are. Hence why, because none of them really exist, or if they do, they're very, very rare and usually live only out in the wastes, because they're traditional people. But besides that. Was there others?
So, to kind of overarch, or not overarch, bundle everything together in a nice little package, yes and no. Anything that was on land did not get to the same level of sentience we did. They stayed in a very primal state, whereas a lot of different species of fish did evolve to be sentient like us, but there were also other species of fish that did not. They stayed primal. So we have our own like husbandry fish. We have a bunch of other stuff we are.
I have heard of the aquas, but the aquas, when they inhabit the waters, they need to come up, and they come up to trade with us sometimes. Like there was one colony called Atlantis 5, 7. What number were they at? I don't remember. But it was Atlantis, and they had people much like yourself, but all different kinds of species of fish. But when they were above
Mhm.
water, they used water magics or some other means of technology to breathe, because they needed to be around water. Why are you not needing that?
That actually ties back into the previous talk about evolution. We were the same way for about 500 years back or so, and breathing air kind of started happening around then, and it started to becoming more prevalent that we could go between the two. The key focus is that we have to stay moist, so we have to not dry up.
Okay.
We can actually breathe both air and water. It is just a matter of
moisture.
Keeping moist, so that way we can stay above land for extended periods of time.
And
That's why I tend to sleep in a pond or in a lake.
Okay. Can you not use, like, water magic? Does that not work? Or is that, like, just...
Not quite the same as others. My magic is specifically, and I didn't even know I had magic until very recently, so magic is still very new to me. And because of this place. Because again, where I'm from, magic didn't exist. There was no mystical energy or anything. We just did everything by hand. Learned how to do it. Made tools to make it easier.
Sounds very tedious.
Very. But we made a bunch of great things because of it. And we understood our world a lot more. But yeah, so my magic specifically deals in regeneration. So far that I know. I infuse my food. And when somebody eats it, they speed up their own regeneration. So say finger got cut off, or you have a grave injury. You come in, I feed you the food after studying you, seeing what the injury is, and keeping it in my head as I cook. Then you eat the food, somehow, some way, shape, or form, and your body, from my understanding and from what I've seen, boosts your natural regeneration by a ton.
Interesting.
Making you heal quicker.
That is something I've
It doesn't
actually
outright
never heard.
cure you, but it does help your body recover.
Okay. Well,
is the best way to put it.
I've never heard of that ever. Like, even some of the great mages of the cooking guild could only make something that only tasted great. No regeneration.
That's the good thing about me. I can make
What
it
about
taste
the
great
what about the
and
knight one who
regeneration.
fed me that bread?
Apparently we have very similar magic. It follows in the same vein as each other.
He was very forceful. I nearly vomited. Probably.
Yeah, that was a bit much on his.
Yeah.
But you know what? He had good intentions.
I mean, I hope so. I felt a lot better because, again, I don't know how much of what you saw, but after I had come back from the summer court the last time, because I had chased down the Grail Knight and blah and blah, I only then realized just how fatigued my body actually was after crashing into the fountain, which I'm only now realizing the reason why I wasn't terribly injured is, one, because of...
People go out?
Yeah. One, because, like I said, I am currently
I don't know where they went.
younger, which very strange to be older mind, younger body.
Yeah, it can be a little iffy.
But then also, Rothgar might have had something to do with that as well, keeping things together. And also the ice magic, because I genuinely tend to try to keep my body at a lower-ish temperature, which numbed a lot of the pain. So once the adrenaline wore off and everything kind of settled back down, and I just went, and collapse. So luckily, the collapse did not happen. I did do that once. That was a strange day, but I had good reasons. I needed to to not can't. How do I put this?
No judgment. Like, We all come from different walks
well,
of life.
I mean,
Hired assassin?
yes.
Okay.
Mm. Fine.
Wait, what was that?
You win. All right. Jeez, just stop talking. Not you. Just.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. So, fine. The family name of. The family name of Roland is a long one, and one of many assassins. Snowfox is kind of the current moniker of it. Trained from a young age to use ice to take people out. Might be wondering, oh, why ice? Well, everything, 1, is made of water, 2, ice is very untraceable, and 3, who would expect that the hole in the neck was caused by the water that's currently inhabiting the person's body? So.
Or on the ground, or on the
Exactly.
clothes.
Exactly. And not all the things that I did were above board. Oh, that one just disappeared.
Nope. Faye must have gotten him. It's alright.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in essence, the last job that I had was to steal a family sword from the fires that we were having a little bit of a turf with. Because like I said, there were many differences in the one cities versus other cities, and again, civil war within cities that were. Yeah. I do have to ask though, how, like, in our cities and our estates areas, they covered a wide area, but they were also just as tall, and they would utilize flying cars and trucks and things. I could.
Okay. Yes and no. We had many a type of vehicle, some that did fly, some that were mainly ground travel. And that was because of certain individuals who learned how to send something through the air and how it reacted to it, and then built upon that by doing multiple tests, multiple tries, multiple attempts, and finally worked.
Yeah. From what I was told, the wind magic tests oftentimes yielded somehow very explosive results, and I am concerned as to how, as wind magic does not use any combustion. So.
I mean, if there were any engines in the device, then.
But they
engines
ran
exploding.
on wind magic. Like I said, wind magic does not combust.
Well, here's the thing. Was any of the key components internally rubbing against each other? Were they made of metal? There's a lot of factors that could cause combustion.
That is true.
Not just because wind.
Another thing, too, is... this might be about out of my wheelhouse, honestly, or whatever you want to call it. But seeing that, for instance, Kisa, her whole thing with wind, she's able to propel herself. Wouldn't it be potentially possible to use wind to propel something then?
Well, yes, obviously. That's what do you think wind talismans do?
I'm saying as in, like, using the wind to go through it to make... like I said, I'm probably out of my wheelhouse because this stuff has made my head hurt.
You're not correct in your thought process, though. Like, depending on where the wind touched, what it pushed, what it moved to make the device work, and depending on what the materials were to make it work, air is actually flammable. It takes a concentrated amount, and if there is a spark, it will ignite.
Oh.
So if it found a blockage suddenly and more air was forced into a small space and compressed, and the two pieces of such compressed things that were rubbing against each other were metal, pushed too hard or a certain way, causing friction, causing a spark, and then...
I see. That does make sense. Interesting.
This is why a lot of people, where I come from, used fluids, specifically
see what
crude
other
oil
they're doing,
and other
'cause
things.
this is getting way
Perhaps he wouldn't be so confused
Usually
if he
oils
had a
to.
bigger brain. Oh, it's not me.
Don't blame him.
No, that wasn't me saying that. That's not
But yeah.
That was not me saying that.
It
I did not mean that. That was just
imaginary friend.
yes. That's new though.
Gotcha. Also fair. But for its information, some places didn't have these sort of thought processes. So they can't really fault him for it.
He says it sounds.
Like
he
they
says that sounds
most of-
dumb and stupid. No,
Well,
don't insult her like
you know-
that. Very kind.
You can be incorrect all you want. That's fine.
Such a high opinion of himself. I hate it, but I can't get rid of it, and that's the part that's the worst.
Understandable. But yeah, no,
I
a
do
lot of
need to
people
see the
don't really understand
fire
this
mage
stuff.
though, because she did want to
So-
talk to me about that
Oh.
whole. Because last time she got pulled away, but she did want to talk to Rothgar, and considering that that just reminded me of that, probably best to do that sooner rather than later. So
Probably a good
I will
idea.
see if I can find.
Small,
sure where she's
small
at, though.
update about something that just happened outside of town. There
Oh,
is a winter
whatever.
fae who seems to be a knight made of ice who has come here to hunt the dragon.
What? One of the
Yes,
polar
he said
bears?
his
No,
name.
wait. Wrong. That's
No.
not. That's not. Don't. No,
No.
wrong. I am
I
wrong.
think he said his name was Mionok, but he is very powerful. Being,
Well,
I would say he just his presence summoned snowfall.
It's a stranger.
Well, I mean, that's not.
Very,
That's not. Well,
very
you know. Right. Wrong place. You gotta not think that way. Let me see if I can talk to that. Actually,
I mean, if you want to go, but they're in the winter courts.
they're in the winter courts.
We have told them that
you
we
don't even
don't know where any dragon is, so don't tell him any dragon is here.
I don't know of any dragon that lives.
Oh yeah, because
here.
we have that.
No,
Yeah,
we do
isn't
not
there
have
that
dragons
one
here.
person that's
We
supposed-
do not have dragons here.
We have no dragons here.
Understandable.
No dragons
No
here.
dragons here.
Yes. Well, last we saw, he was going to the winter
Well, we saw
court.
one
Okay,
fly
well, if
over
he's
house,
going to
yeah.
the winter court, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think
That
that
would
it
be the
would
one he's looking
be.
for.
We don't really know about that one.
I'm not
Fair
really
enough.
sure. I could just have been a larger bird, honestly.
Yes, but as
I think probably.
anyway,
I didn't see it
Could've been
personally.
I mean,
wyvern.
technically,
If
is
he-
a wyvern a dragon?
depends.
It depends on who you're asking and what their world's terminology was, because mine was definitely no.
And what do you-
Wyverns did not have.
What were the
I
fake?
feel-
Mine was a subset.
I feel like
they
my
were a
world might
subset
have
to
had
family of the
wyverns.
fire mages.
Though they were very rare.
Are we talking about the scary man?
No,
Yeah.
well, kind of.
Are we talking about the scary man?
Think of
Yeah,
it
the
like
scary man.
Iceman, but just radiating ice and multicolored.
Yeah, and like,
Not pathetic.
I mean,
pathetic.
a little cooler
Wait,
looking.
wait, don't talk to this one.
Well, I look
very cool
cool.
looking,
Wait a
yes.
minute. I am cool. Wait.
Yes, that's what we
I'm
mean.
not as
are
cool as him, though.
Yes.
You're
was
cool,
very
but you're not cool.
Wow.
You know,
I
if you
feel
had a thermometer,
wildly
it'd be a great test
insulted.
To see who is cooler.
What do you mean?
It's only a slight insult.
You are the one that brought it up. And you
That
did
is
it to
true.
me.
You
An
know
idea
what?
for what we
That's
could do
fair. That's fair.
Is if we had them.
Anyway, I'm
create,
gonna go find the
strong
fire
sites they
mage.
could and just measure about how much steam.
Oh, so you can do it all yourself, Brian?
What?
Oh, he got you good. He got you good.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear what you said.
That's for the best. Don't worry about it.
No, no.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
Why not say it to the whole chest while
he's coming back.
both
So,
of my ears are
It's
perked
actually
up?
a very simple device.
I just thought you might die if you go too close to a fire mage.
And Not too much.
He said
just a
you were
little bit.
looking for another
And
self-burn.
because it, based on like the heat or the cold, would change the level of how far the mercury would rise or fall. So you could
Oh.
actually put lines
You wanna
next
see
to it
something
to
cool?
measure out how hot or cold something was.
Is it this?
It was
As I open my hand, a puff of snow just covers your entire face.
At least I think it was. I don't know how exactly they're made. but
That
mercury sounds
is
pretty
cool.
It was very cool.
So where did she go? No. Not even the other one that I wanted to seek refuge with. I really don't think that I should be going out here. I don't even know which courts go where. It is just still perpetual night.